Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
It was such a good episode. I have to tell you something.
Okay. Well,
I
first
think-
off, clearly I'm not in the same room as you are. We've done on our other stuff.
No, what do you have behind? They're like strips of the ocean.
It's
What?
wall decoration stuff, and they're like little
So
panels.
dumb.
But yeah.
Anyways, I feel like I need to say this, and you might be really offended.
Uh-oh.
I think
Starting
this
off with
season is better
offensive.
than our season.
Oh no! I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. What?
Okay,
What?
this is why. Listen,
Season 37 is like the
I love
greatest
37
season
and
of
not
Amazing
I know,
Race.
not just because we were on it. I love that they made a crazy twist and turn every episode. I love that. I love that they try to go bigger and better and awesome. I mean, really, at the end of the season, it wasn't as big and awesome as it could have been. But this season, and it's because everyone knows each other. I feel like it's not even the challenges or the locations. It's because everybody knows each other, and there's so many layers of friendship and hate and relationships, and like it just adds so much more, I think.
For sure. I mean, more drama.
Are you mad that I said it's better than our season?
No. I've been enjoying
feel bad for
it.
39. 39 is going to suck because they can't be better than 37, and they surely can't be better than 38. Like 39, you poor teams.
I feel like fans who are TAR fans, not BB fans, because we're talking about two different groups of people. That's first true. Off, and I'm learning my lesson a lot about how the fandoms are different. And you know, I'm just an old boomer who doesn't really understand.
You're getting roasted on chat.
I am. Chevy CC,
which is hilarious.
Was throwing tomatoes like crazy last night at me. And I'm gonna try to vindicate myself a little bit as we break through the episode. But it was dragged by TAR fans because it was just the European adventure. And it was like, how can you do the Amazing Race without running around the world? Like, this is going to be boring. This is going to be lackluster. It's been anything but boring. It's been dramatic. It's been fun. And I think you nailed it on the head. It's because in many respects, this is almost like a returner season of Amazing Race, not because they've raced before, but because we've seen many of these people on our TVs before, and they know each other. And so there's that element of drama that just,
oh my gosh, it's so good.
Hard to,
I love
Good morning,
it.
Jennifer.
And I don't mind the European, even being a hardcore Amazing Racer. Like, I don't mind the European just aspect of it. Again, if it was just the normal people running it, it might be a little lackluster because there wouldn't be that element of the personalities and the friendships and the enemies and all of that. But all right, let's just get into it, because this was, and I say it every week, this was such a good episode.
Well, and I mean, you brought notes this week from what you were sharing.
This was the first time I actually
started.
wrote notes. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Hey! This is Amanda from Rim to Rim. She hiked with us, and she's a huge fan of the show.
Are we going to see you at Disneyland in a couple weeks? Right?
Maybe.
Wait, no, January, February. I can't remember. I'll message you.
But she's a huge fan of the show, and she's probably going to be joining us on a future podcast in that fan slot, because she had a really epic experience there at Rim to Rim with us that we're hoping gets featured in some way. So stay tuned for that. But
and keep your eye on her, because she's going to be on Survivor or Big Brother.
She's going to be on something for
soon.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not giving any spoilers. I'm just hoping soon. Like, people are like, you can't tell.
Yes, we will. We're going to get you on soon.
Okay, so my question is, I mean, Croatia was absolutely gorgeous. Why have they not been back for so long? Like, it's been many
season 31. Yep, season 31.
I thought it was more. Okay, maybe it wasn't that many.
So, well, Hungary was season 6.
That's what I was thinking.
Very long time since Hungary. For this one, season 31 was a reality showdown season. That was the last time it was Big Brother versus Survivor versus Amazing Race, and they love that season. Like, lots of drama that season for sure. But with this, Croatia is beautiful, and for those of us who are huge Game of Thrones fans, like, this is King's Landing. Like, they're legit in King's Landing doing a challenge, and you're just like, holy crap, expecting
I didn't
dragons
even
to
think
fly over.
one
I
time
didn't even,
last
you
night
didn't?
watching it,
Oh
Game
my
of Thrones.
gosh.
No,
Oh, I did.
I was just like, "Holy crap, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen, I wanna go." Like,
Yeah.
it was stunning.
Well, you even texted me last night. You were like, Scott, we've got to get Croatia on our travel list like as soon as
Get on our
possible.
list, get it on our list.
Yeah, that's right,
Yes,
Maurice.
yes.
King's Landing. Oh,
And
so
I love that
majestic.
show. I just didn't
Didn't
connect the
connect
dots
it.
because I was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to go there.
All right,
So
let's
pretty."
break it down. I want to be a little angry now. So, episode title, this is episode 5. Episode 5 has a tragic spot in our hearts. And I watched it with a little PTSD because knowing there's a
Oh
U-turn
my
coming,
gosh.
knowing it's leg 5 where we went out. But I think we had some
Well, and they did the double
iconic,
U-turn in leg 5 again. I was like,
right?
"You jerks." No, I'm just kidding.
Uh, so anyways,
Okay, let's kick it off.
yeah, let's
Um,
get into it. So
First in the airport, like, you probably won't even remember this part, but when Tucker and Eric see the
yes,
sign of the Rubik's Cube and
Rubik's
they're
Cube.
like, "Eh, the kings." I was like, "Yes, I love that." That is so
Yes.
freaking funny that they would see it, that the guys well, of course, they're videoing it because they video everything, but then it would actually make the episode. I thought that was hilarious, and that is totally their personality. I know Tucker a little bit more than Eric, but
Yeah.
that is like, yeah, like, that is, like, so them. It's so
Embrace
funny to
it.
watch that. Yes, I
I
loved
mean,
it.
anyone
So
who's
funny.
playing the Let's Go drinking game is drunk halfway through these episodes because of the fact that Tucker
Let's
embraces the let's
go. I know,
go.
he's so funny. He's so funny.
Oh,
I did appreciate in this episode that finally it took 5 episodes for them to
Equalizer.
all come back
Yep.
together and to have a restart.
Well, I've got some
Equalizer.
tea on that. I found out
Okay, share.
from Tarhub. And so for those who aren't on the Discord Tarhub, it's another community similar to Chat BCC, a little more chill, a little more calm than what Chat
No
BCC
tomato
is.
throwing.
No tomato throwing last night in Tarhub. But
It's ridiculous.
one of the current racers said that this was actually a chartered flight. That the reason that we don't get time starts for the first time in a while. I don't remember the last time we didn't see what time they were starting each person ripping reading,
Oh,
because I was trying to understand how far apart the stretch was going into the end of leg 4. So
yeah.
I always look at the start times to give me some kind of a span. Like, are we talking 3 hours apart? Are we talking 4 hours
Yeah.
apart? They didn't show it to us. We don't get start times for this
That's
episode.
wild.
And it's because they were notified by production that it was going to be a chartered flight. And I don't know if there was at the time issues with being able to get these teams out of Hungary and into Croatia or what, or maybe they needed to be in Croatia by a certain time because of productions, reservations and stuff. But there was definitely no travel drama because they were all equalized because they're all on the same flight. So
That's crazy.
we never had
Trying to
chartered
find
flights.
a screenshot of
Oh,
something that they had messed. I
another thing
I
that
saw
was said last night, Chat BC, just real quick, Kat Dunn got on there because they got
oh,
eliminated
she's
last
so
night.
funny.
She's like, now they get an equalizer. And the next comment, now they get a plane. Like, she's so mad.
Well, what did it mean when Taylor said something about being locked in the bathroom?
No.
It was really turbulent and she was locked in the bathroom. What was that about?
Well, she got on Chat BCC and said that they ran into some really crazy turbulence on this flight. She didn't say it was a chartered flight. That didn't get
No.
leaked in the Chat BCC. It was in Tarhub that got leaked. But she was in the bathroom using the restroom, I'm sure, because that happens. And they hit some really, really bad turbulence. She wasn't locked in there, but like she needed to like brace herself and
Oh
like
my
hunker
God.
down because of the fact that they were like hitting really, really bad turbulence. So yeah.
Scary.
Have you ever been in a bathroom during turbulence? I've been once. It's sketch. It's
No.
scary.
I think the only time it was just like a short flight, like to California, which was crazy, that they were handing out drinks and someone had like a few rows ahead of me had a thing of soda, Coke or something.
Oh,
And we dropped so much that the soda went on the ceiling of the
it was
airplane. It was dripping
Yeah, I remember
down.
you showed me
I
that
was
video.
like, what the freak? I've never seen that. But no, I'm
So
not.
Maurice had a question. Unfamiliar with what a chartered flight is. So for those who aren't familiar with it, chartered flight is where you can rent out the whole entire plane. It's a private flight for a crew from one place to another. It was very popular during COVID season. Tar did it a ton because that's the only way they could pull off their crazy production, otherwise. But yeah. And then Jen said, she said she almost had to scream for help in that bathroom because things were so crazy. So yeah,
Yikes.
nuts. All right. They get to
Sorry,
Dubrovnik.
really quickly. CBS reality TV on Instagram did this, which I thought was really interesting. Oh, it's going to be backwards for you. They said, fun fact, both teams who finished first in Croatia finished second place in the world. In the whole race. So those are the other teams that did that.
CBS-RTV.
Yes,
Okay.
I was like, no way. He also shared, where was the other one? They have such good, I don't know how they dig. Something else, but we have to wait till the very end to tell you.
So,
okay, sorry, keep going.
So something to pay attention to. If this trend holds up,
oh my gosh,
the last 2 times that they were in Croatia, these teams that finished in first place in this leg, which I don't think let's hold off on who it was. We'll get to that. But they finished second overall. Like, that's crazy.
That is the cool.
Oh,
I don't know.
We'll have to see if it happens. I don't know. So, all right. From here, they get to Dubrovnik. They've got to go find that statue. That's where they rip and read, and they find out that they've got to do a detour. And the detour choices were
carrying the net,
Fisherman Hall, or Skin All. So first off, what are we doing?
We are doing the work.
We haven't talked.
Carrying that net, and we are working it.
And now, why? What's our rule in this?
We want to do the physical challenges because the other ones are too up in the air if we are able to do it. We know physically we're strong and capable, and we're hardcore that way, where we do
hard
runners.
Things.
No, we will not run that, but we are strong where we can get that done.
Out of that hall.
My issue is, I got to put my mic down, but they would carry it like this.
Yep. Well, and first off, Eric beasted that. Like
100%, but he carried it like the worst possible way possible. First, I was thinking at least put it over your shoulder, on your head, on your shoulders. And then I remember, which maybe this is a little nugget you don't know about me. I trained my first year in college to be a firefighter in EMT. And I'm like, we would never pick up the bodies. Like,
that's why she's so hot.
Drag them. And I even had a Google search. Like, if you have a very heavy item, what is the best way to transport it? The fastest, most effective way. And they said pulling it. And maybe not like dragging the whole net. Like maybe if it was like a big ball and you could drag it. But I'm like, why is nobody dragging the net? That would have been the less amount of energy. And the second best would be like putting over the shoulders. The head. But holding it like this, I'm like, that is legit the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that they did it.
You nailed it. I was thinking the same exact thing. And again, because I'm in Arizona working, you're in Utah. We didn't watch this together. This is the first time we're really
talking about episode.
It together. Yeah. But you've got to carry the weight on shoulders. Like, this is the most central portion of your frame. It's the easiest place to carry weight. In front, it's going to get discombobulated. It's going to fall. You're going to be tripping over it.
But also just using your biceps.
You're going to fatigue.
What if the next challenge is like pulling or something? They're already
using your arms to propel yourself.
Using your arms, I guess.
Right. So, but again, our rule when it comes to choosing detour tasks is we're going to try to choose the physical over the judging tasks because of the fact that it leaves no room for error. Physical tasks, there's an end in sight. You got to carry the mattress, you got to carry the coconuts, whatever it is, you can beast that out in however much time it is, but there's not a judge telling you if you got it right or not. You just have to get
cutting
to
the fish
the end
too
point.
much or too. Yes. Right. We don't want to leave that up in the air. We
don't want to let someone else dictate our race. So we 100% would have chosen the Fisherman Hall. And there was, I believe those steps they had to run up for that Fisherman Hall. I swear those are the steps that Cersei had to walk down during her walk of shame.
Where she was walking
Game of Thrones. I was like going nuts because I was like, I swear, that's the majestic staircase that they have to navigate, and they're throwing tomatoes. And I got tomatoes thrown at me last night because
I wonder if any of the teams said anything about Game of Thrones and it just didn't get aired. Like, I wonder if they were like, "Oh my
In
gosh,
the
these are the
moment.
stairs," or "Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I
this is
don't
the
know.
cliff," or "Oh my gosh." I
I
wonder
don't
if
know. Would
and
they
was
have
that
had to
in
pay HBO if they
I
included
know,
that
and that's why I'm
because
like, I
it's
get why it
CBS? I
wouldn't
don't know.
be in the episode, but did they say that in Chat BCC that anyone was like, "This is Game of Thrones"? Like,
Yeah,
did that
there was
you
a lot of comments about, like, at any point we thought dragons might fly over the city, like, yeah, there was definitely, um,
Okay,
but
so they all got that reference. They knew.
I
They
think
knew.
so. I
Okay,
think
that's
they
cool.
knew.
Okay.
Yeah, Maurice just said he saw that Steph had mentioned it
Okay.
in WCC.
That's awesome.
So anyways, the Fisherman's Hall, like we totally would have beasted that out. And I feel like that was the
Sorry.
reason these three teams were in the front of the pack. Because honestly, in this situation, I think the easier task was the Fisherman's Hall. Okay. It was hard. It was not easy by any stroke of the imagination, and I feel like that was a little bit of what maybe got in Simone and Hannah's head is watching people get through the fish challenge, watching these other three teams finish at the fish challenge, their
Yeah.
Fisherman Hall. You start
Yeah.
to wonder, is that challenge easier? Should we switch since we're having such a hard time?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it
I
was a
don't know.
half mile. It was a
It wasn't
very
easy. Up
physical
and down
challenge.
steps.
I think we could have done the fish. And not even just because of your medical background. Like I not that I'm a fish filleter by any means.
Oh, you hate
Because
fish.
I actually
You would
hate
have been dry heaving.
um no, because I know the anyways, I don't think so. But I think I would
Okay.
have been able to do it because I've seen so many cooking shows where I know where you cut that under the gill and cut
Oh,
right
right.
down the spine. I'm not saying it would have been perfect or even gotten it the first time, but I understood I think I could have gotten it and pulling the skin off. I've seen that done so many times. I think we could have done that maybe on the second or third
Second or
attempt, and it
third
would have been
attempt.
much easier for us physically to do that. But we would 100% have chosen
Did
the
anyone get it in one attempt? I don't feel like
I don't think
anybody
so.
did.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Again,
Hmm.
everyone on the net challenge got it on their first attempt.
Who got the most airtime during that fish challenge?
I don't know. Oh, the cat.
The cat.
What was up with the cat? Did you get that too?
The cat next to the buckets.
And I get, with the Survivor, everyone, you get the fish and you get the alligator and you get not alligator, you get the bird and you get
Right.
the spider,
The
whatever
B-roll.
yes, you get all that. Yes, the sunset in the picture. Yes. And then the cat got more airtime than almost the competitors, because I was like, okay, you show the cat once pawing at this fish. They showed him like 5 times.
Well, I don't know for certain it was a female cat, but it seemed like they got a hold of like big chunks of the fillets. Like they were probably
it was where the
eating
guy was like,
well. Yeah,
not
it was
enough,
his
like
dump,
dumped it.
right? It was where he was getting rid of stuff. So, what
Gross.
were your other notes from this? I felt like you
I know.
had a
I'm like
bunch of
looking at
notes.
my notes. Okay, Paige, when she first started, I don't remember if she was cutting it or pulling the skin back, but she had her and
Her
actually
comments are
several
hilarious.
people had so many funny comments this episode. But she was like, "Wow, this is intimate." Like
Intimate.
she's like, I don't know if she's cutting or pulling the skin, but she was like, "This is intimate."
Yeah. With this
Which I thought
ugly
was hilarious.
monkfish with these
Oh,
nasty teeth, like
yeah.
it's got to
But
be the
again, I've
ugliest
seen a
fish.
monkfish 100 times. Like, I wouldn't have been like, "Oh my gosh." Like, I know that they have sharp teeth. I know that's like one of the ugliest fish. Like, I already know. Like, I wouldn't have been like, "Oh," like it
Yeah.
wouldn't have surprised me. Like, I know when you say monkfish, I already know what that is.
Right.
But I felt awful that Rabina cut her hand,
Oh, I
and like
know.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope there's not another
And it was
challenge that
dripping. It was like coming off her
yeah, it
palm.
wasn't a
Like it
little
was not a
prick.
small nick.
It was cut. Did we ever find out if she needed stitches or anything like that after?
She didn't talk about stitches. In fact, she said she didn't even know she cut herself at first. And again, that knife's probably fairly sharp. And so a lot of
Yes,
times,
for
again, you
sure.
cut yourself, you're in the adrenaline of the moment, you're like trying to get a task done, and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I'm bleeding. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
But the medic was there. We didn't get to see a lot of what he did. It was like
Well,
one
could
moment
you tell
she's
which one
bleeding,
it
next
was? Is
moment
it
she
one
put her
of the
glove
guys
back
from
on.
our season? I couldn't tell.
It had to have been. I thought it looked like it was definitely not
It's
Herman.
definitely
I
not
don't
Herman
think.
because he was bald, and not that other guy because
Yeah.
he was bald. So I was trying to
Yeah, that's true.
see
Like
who it was. Like
4
we
of
know
the
him.
guys were bald. It wasn't any of those guys. Yeah, I don't know. But
I did
the
see
interesting
several
thing is
guys.
all of the security guys are dually trained as medics. So
Yeah.
they're out there not only providing security for all the racers, but they're also the ones that are like the ones helping out with like
Yeah.
first aid medic kind of stuff. So Yeah.
I did see some of that when they were doing that kart race. I did see some of the camera
More of the
guys,
crew.
yeah, like down, like filming, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he looks familiar," but then I couldn't remember. Anyways, all right, let's move on.
I thought you said there was a really cool thing Chelsea had said during this part.
Well, yes, because again, everyone had Izzy and Paige had funny comments, and
Yes.
we'll get to more of them later.
More of those comments.
Chelsea too, she said, oh, when she was, because you had to be very precise at cutting the fish to make sure to cut
Oh, to get
as
as much
most
off
of
of
that
the
meat.
back,
And so she
the
was like
spine.
something like just trying to get you down on those LBs. Like she was just she's having fun with something that is not something we do every day or have ever done before, and like have to like get this fish all cut down. But she's not like hardcore, like gotta get this, but she's just
Right.
having fun with it. And
Yeah.
like it really showed her personality of that's how she is when she comes to any like the hard challenges. Like she's still trying to get through it as quickly as she can, but having fun and enjoying
Yeah.
herself, and just like
Well,
the chatting at the TV the camera. It was so cute and so funny. I loved her.
well, you see her in episode 1 with the whole roadblock where they're walking out on
Yeah.
the plank or whatever. She's like, "This isn't a roadblock. This is the road." Like it's just that upbeat, positive mentality of like, this is just what it is. Like it might be hard,
Yeah.
it might be tough, but like we're just gonna do it. We're gonna make the
Yeah.
best of it. So
You
yeah, I
have to
love that
get through it
attitude.
mad, or you have to get through it happy, or
Yeah.
it has to get done no matter what. So try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
I did feel bad for Simone and
Hannah.
Simone and Hannah, when they were getting frustrated and getting in their heads and seeing people leave, and then they're like, let's just go. And then thankfully they realized really quickly that they didn't really know where the directions were, and so they came back. But I was like, don't do that. That wastes so much time. I
Oh, it's
think
hard.
that is how they lost. I think that like
Well, it definitely
being
put him in the back of the
undecisive.
pack,
Yeah. It's
right?
like, oh, don't. I'm
Because you
like,
start
no,
second
don't
guessing
leave, don't
yourself.
leave. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't know they were double U-turn, but I was like still yelling at the TV, don't leave, don't leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so
from there, and it's very common in leg structure, and I think this is the correct way to design a leg with a U-turn. The U-turn comes after the detour. You should not know going into a detour task if you have to do both sides of the detour. It's not supposed to be until after you complete the detour that you go and see the board, and that's where the shock comes. And so they've got to go to Booza Bar, and Booza Bar is where the U-turn board's going to be. The first ones to get to the board were Tucker and Eric. They chose not to use the. And again,
Smart.
if you're in first, you don't need to use it, and you don't need the target that comes from pissing people off. So I get why Tucker and Eric didn't use it. They've already got a target on their back for winning the previous leg, taking the fast forward. Like you've already got some attention. You're like, okay, we don't need it. Let's move on. I was surprised it got used so quickly after that. Usually the U-turn board becomes a survival mechanism where you're trying to use it to get ahead, like how we saw, Nick and Mike, and it got used against them by Erica and Melinda in our, season, because you're just trying to survive. You don't know how it's going to go down. Yeah. Jazz and Jag use it. Joseph and Adam use it. First time in TAR history, 2 female teams got U-turned in the same leg, same time. People are blowing up about that.
I know, they're so upset. I will say, Lori's 2 cents. I don't think, and I don't know this for sure, this is just what my feeling is, that those 4 guys weren't like, let's do a bro code and get these girls out. I don't think it was like that at all. I also think that if Izzy and Paige got there, they would have absolutely gotten Jag and Jazz. I mean, it's totally unfortunate, and it's awful that it was male, female, or 2 males and 2 females, or whatever. Horrible, because it looks bad. I don't think it's as bad as everyone was saying. I don't think it was. I don't think it was targeting. I think it was.
Well, I've got some tea.
Okay. I'm like, they just didn't like each other, but the other ones, I don't know why they did the other ones. Cause again, you're in the middle. Like there's no one's coming for you. Like, why did they even use it? Yeah. I don't know.
So honestly, I don't think Jazz and Jag or Joseph and Adam needed more attention. So I'm not saying
and they did not need to do it at all
correctly.
Correct. Yes.
But I know why they played it, because they both shared in Chat BCC and in TAR Hub Discord chat why.
Okay.
Jazz said that they were trying to pay back Kylan and Taylor for giving them the express pass. They knew they had historically been in the pack, and they were trying to protect them a little bit and pay them back. They already knew that Izzy and Paige were not wanting to work with them. And so when there's already potentially some bad blood in that already there, you're not going to get any additional bad blood necessarily by using it. And I agree with them. You know, they've already seen in the previous train station episode with Izzy and Paige not wanting to like talk about their plans about what trains they're going to get on and stuff. So I get that now why they specifically suggested to Joseph and Adam to do Christine and Rubina. I don't know. I know for certain Joseph and Adam were not going to be U-turning Simone and Hannah
100%,
because they were already working so closely together. So I get why they agreed to do Christina and Rubina because they were not going to do Hannah and Simone. But I believe
I don't know why.
Jazz and Jag were trying to help Kyla and Taylor out, which was so funny to me because as soon as Taylor and Kyla get to the U-turn board, the first thing you hear Taylor explode about was, oh, of course it's male teams targeting female teams, right?
Yeah.
Of course this is what's going on in society today, right? It's a whole big, frustration, right? And I get it. It's
a valid frustration.
100%. But I don't think it's why it went down.
I don't think so either. It just looks really bad.
It looks really, terrible.
Really bad. Yes. I do love, and this is probably one of so many little things I loved about this episode, but of course, Paige and more so Izzy is absolutely upset. They're shocked. They're upset. 100%.
I want to be a little angry now.
I want to be a little angry now because Izzy got a little bit bigger of her madness and cute Paige. Actually, I wrote that down. She's like, hey, let's get it together. Like, let's slow it down. And I'm like, I love that because that's what I reiterate with my kids. Like, it's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to want to cry. It's okay to feel all those feelings.
Of that stuff.
But don't hold on to it. Like, don't have that heavy, you're mad about something and it's just going to stick in your shoulders. Like, you have to still accomplish this next goal. Like, for them, it's the next challenge. Like, why do it with this heavy thing? So I love when Izzy was still like, and then
get it out. Like, it's valid. It's emotion.
Valid.
Own it.
Pissed off, did the fingers, did the thing. And then Paige is like, okay, now let's let it go.
Let's go.
And then they had some feisty
some fire in the
energy.
belly.
Yes, they had fire. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So I appreciate that because they could have just been like, F you, we hate them even more. And it's okay to hate them and be mad. So I'm not trying to say it's not, but I love that they were like, showed their feelings and then we're like, all right, let's do what we got to do. And I'm like, yes, I love it. So I can't wait for them to show next episode when everyone comes together. It reminds me of oh my gosh, now the name is the daughter and father with the red hair. Annalie, when she was like, so who you turned me? Why'd you do that? I'm like, yes. Like, why should we be like a secret and not tell? Like, yes, call them out. Like, I can't wait till they show. Hopefully they show it next episode. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. I don't know how.
Right? Will it be?
Both teams survived. I mean, let's just cut to the chase.
Oh my God.
Both teams that got U-turn in Izzy and Paige, and with Christina and Rubina, they survived. That rarely happens. Yes. The whole point behind U-turns
is this.
Yeah.
So that's on the CBS reality TV fan as well.
Women power.
Said, fun fact that this was the first time in Amazing Race history where two girl teams were U-turned on the same leg and both survived that.
So I don't know how episode 6 does not feature the fallout from this drama,
But if there's not a place for them to see each other, there's not going to be. Like, if it was back in leg 2 or 3, they would never see him and they wouldn't have that confrontation. So I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah. And Justin from Racers Recap, if he was on here, he would tell you the number one rule of U-turns is you make sure the team you U-turn goes home because you can't deal with the karma, with the fallout of your
Yeah.
decision. Like you and it did not happen here. It was
Yeah.
used, I think, too soon. I don't think
Too
they
soon.
needed the
No, it should
attention.
have been the girls in the back
Let
fighting for it.
let the
Mhm.
people straggling for last have a glimpse of hope because they can U-turn someone and keep their dreams alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think front runners need to use the U-turn board, but
No,
I understand why
we
they did.
we wouldn't have used it if we
No,
were in Tucker and Eric's spot, even in Jag and Jazz's spot. I mean, unless there was a team like running in right behind us that we were like battling for first place or something, like some unusual circumstances. But
right.
being in the front of the pack, you don't want to add that. Which the whole time, Jag and Jazz are like, we're intentionally not going to go for that. We're not going to do that because we don't want a bigger target. And I'm like, then why are you? I mean, I get with Izzy and Paige because they just had that. They didn't like them and they didn't like each other and kind of they wouldn't work with them. And so I'm like, I can see why they would, but I'm like, it was unnecessary. It caused a lot of drama, like in the real world.
Yeah. So they've got to go to this other majestic gate. Again, the architecture of
Oh my
Croatia
gosh.
is
Stunning. Yes.
beautiful. So, I mean,
Stunning.
never mind the fact that this bar area is right along the coast on those rocks. Like
So
that's a
great.
majestic
Yeah.
view right outside the walls of the city.
Yeah.
And I was kind of curious whether like at the time could you only have alcohol outside the city? Like it was
I don't
interesting that
know.
this bar thing popped up outside the walls. But
No, I think it's
regardless,
like a summer thing where
just
they can go
hang out along
outside
the
and see
rocks.
the yeah, I think it's
Okay.
just a touristy,
Okay.
fun little area, I think,
Yeah.
but
Beautiful shots. But they get
beautiful.
to this next gate, they rip and read, they find out that they've got the roadblock of who's feeling like everything is going downhill. First off, poetic, like
I love
in
how
a
everyone's
U-turn
like,
episode,
"Me?" So funny.
like you can feel like the wheels are falling off and you're,
Yeah,
on a crash course going downhill. Who's
yeah.
doing this roadblock for us,
Oh
babe?
my gosh. I would pray that it would be you.
Yes.
Kind
Why?
of when you're running, you can kind of see them building something, and so I would've been like,
Well,
"You,
they're
Scott."
coming up. Like you see
Yeah,
Kylan and
that's
Taylor
weird. That's a weird
running
placement
up
of it.
the
Yeah,
ramp to get to the
yeah.
gate. And maybe it's just because they got bad directions and
No, I think everyone ran up
they
there,
don't
ran
see
that way.
Tucker up on, or not Tucker, Eric up on top, and
Mm,
they're already bad mouthing the boys at the front, like thinking there's some gentleman's agreement going on,
yeah, yeah.
about protecting people at the front. But regardless, they approach like they had to have some clue that something was
Dang it.
going on
You
there.
can easily see it. So I
Yeah.
would have had you do it. I'm sure I could have eventually figured it out. It would have taken me a little bit more time. But I would have loved to have ridden those little race things down. Like that looks so freaking fun. Like when are ever you going to ride that little rickety cart thing down a Croatia
You
cobblestone
don't.
street?
I don't
Like
think this is
you're
something you can
you're
buy.
literally
This
never
is
going to do
not
that. So I'm like, I
an
would have
adventure.
loved to do that. But no,
Yeah.
you 100% you. I
Which
would have
is
been
one of
like,
the reasons I love The Amazing Race is they find such cool cultural, you know, cute experiences to build into these challenges. And it was amazing. So, but they didn't just give them a cart. They've got to build this cart. So this
and
is a double task. This is
And Amazing Race at its best, they give
yeah.
them this size and this size and this size and this size and this
And you've got to use all the parts and you don't
my
know how they go
gosh.
together. Like you
Well, and
literally have,
I did
like you don't
appreciate
even
that
get an IKEA manual with no words. Like it's
well,
just,
I
here's
did
the example.
appreciate that they use or there wasn't like 6 extra. Like sometimes they do have
All
extra
right.
parts. So I appreciate that, but I feel like because you had to use this one on that size and this one there, like they were like, that should be hard
It
enough.
was
And it
learning.
was so hard. But the funniest part, what was the funniest part of putting those carts together?
Well, for me, I thought the funniest part was Joseph was
Yeah,
too strong again. Like, first off,
he
in the
breaks
last
the
leg, he
key.
breaks the key because he's too
He
strong.
breaks.
In this situation, he screwed that one in too tight. It wasn't the
Oh
right one.
my
So
Joseph.
on Chat BCC, he did comment
Ugh.
that he asked production if he could get a new one. And they're like, no, you broke it, dude. You got to fix it. And I do
Oh,
agree that they probably only had enough for every team to have one. So there wasn't any extra. And so it was his project to fix that he broke. But again, Joseph, you're too strong. Lay off the weights, buddy. Like, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Jennifer. Like, oh my gosh, Joseph again. Like, and at some point he just had he MacGyvered it. He figured out how to use a piece of wood to like grip it a certain way to like brute force and get it out. But yeah, it was
Sorry,
a
I have to
crazy
pause.
thing.
My son has called me over and
Yes.
over and
Yep.
over and over again.
He's got the
He
ring.
just he just picked up the
Oh,
ring.
I hope she's not watching our
Oh,
podcast.
she doesn't watch our podcast. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, Tyler. I love it. I love it, Tyler. I'll call you after the
yeah.
podcast.
He's
Love you,
messaged me
bye.
like 3 times. Dad, are you
I know
awake
he's
yet?
like, "Why are you
What's
not
going on?
I'm on a live?" And he's like, "I have the ring." And I'm like, "Okay, pause. Sorry.
Yeah.
Amazing race. It's amazing race, but family. Like family
Family
comes
comes
before." I'm
first.
like, "That ring was beautiful, honey."
Oh, I agree, Jennifer. When he was trying to use his teeth to get that screw out,
Oh, oh, yeah,
but you're doing
cringe.
what you can. You're trying to use your resources and figure it out because you don't want to get
But I was
stuck.
thinking, why isn't he using another tool to hold? I know this.
Yeah,
Like when I can figure something out, I'm thinking, why are you not figuring this out? Like obviously you have to hold that because it's not twisting. So you have to hold it in place to be able to retwist it. I'm like, why is he not like I could
yeah.
get that? Like I didn't understand why it took him so long. But again, you're in race mode and you're like, oh
You're just
yeah.
trying to survive. You don't want this to be the task like Coral
Right.
that does
Yes.
you in, and you're
Oh,
like, ugh.
yeah.
Anyways, so what did you observe? Like,
Um,
how is this easy? How is this hard? What were ways to make it easier? Kylan
oh,
Kylan knew. I don't know if the guy knows physics. I know when we had him on our episode, he's ADHD like I am, and so he's just super MacGyver-ish. But he wore his pack. He took his pack with him and wore it down, and I think it helped give him more weight to get to the bottom. This was a physics thing, people. Um,
mm,
the heavier you are would have helped you get down faster. It might have carried you into walls easier because you got to redirect that weight appropriately.
yeah.
But I seriously
Well,
feel that the
Chelsea, the
women were at
first
a
time she went
disadvantage.
down, she had her pack and she was all over
It
the
was
place and then took her
cumbersome, and
pack
so she
off.
got rid
Yeah.
of it. Right.
I don't understand why the guys, like all of them collectively got this so much easier than the girls. Like it wasn't, I don't
I
understand.
think
Like I
weight
get
played
what you're
into it
saying, physics, I get that. But none of the guys crashed into the wall and the
as
tires as
much.
many times as the girls did. Like, I don't understand why it was so much more difficult for them. And I remember watching this.
You're right, Maurice. He says slow and steady
Well,
across
the
the curve
dad,
was
Chelsea's
essential.
dad nailed it. Did you hear when he was like, or what? Now I can't remember. Now I might be saying that. No. It was Paige. She figured it out. She was like, okay, I just get a slow start. I
Right.
go around that
Get
one
around
corner,
that
and then
first
that
curve,
straightaway is when
then
yes, I still do. I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated. And then watching the four women at the end, I like had tears in my eyes. I was
yeah, I
just
watched
like,
your stories last night. I didn't
I was just like,
understand
they
why
were
you
like
were crying
battling and
till
they
I
were
watched.
like exhausted and they
Mhm.
were trying so hard. And I'm just like, it sucked. It sucked watching them do it over and over and over and just barely getting it. The one that I loved the most was Natalie. She got it in her second attempt. On the first attempt, she's sitting down with her knees up and she's going and she was just off by a couple seconds. The second time and the one that she gets it, she is on her
On her
knees like a
knees.
baller
She
and she's
kneeboarded it.
leaning forward and she is like all out. And I was like, you go, girl. Like that was so fun. And it was great to see
Well,
that you
you're
don't just have
getting
to
your
sit there
weight
and do it.
forward. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. That's
getting
like
more of your
faster.
weight towards the front.
Right.
Less friction. I think I feel like physics plays into this heavily. It
But
was my frustration with the water jousting in our season with the fact that one boat was moving and one wasn't. Like physics is going to help you win that challenge
yeah.
if you understand the physics of it, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was unfair. I didn't think the challenge favored
Women
women, and I
or
did
lighter
not.
weighted people.
Right. Like I feel
So
like
if
this
I'm
was
doing
going to be
it
impossible for some
and
people.
I'm going down and I struggle, are you saying, Lori, take my pack? It's going to help with the weight. Like, are you seeing that in
You
real time? Like, would you been able to
you
be like, no,
can't.
oh,
The
you can't.
roadblock rules state you
Oh,
cannot
shoot.
help another
Right.
team with strategy on accomplishing the task. And there were times last night where I thought maybe there were some penalties that could have been handed out because I
Mm,
thought there was some coaching going
I
on.
forgot you
I
can't.
want to go back before
No,
our
I feel like
recap.
everyone was just cheering him on. You got this. Go fat. Like, I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I don't know. Like we're gonna break this episode
Oh,
down with some
that's
special guests.
right.
We're
You
gonna talk
can't
about who they
help
are.
me.
But in Roblox, you cannot talk about how to accomplish the task. You can cheer them on, but you can't give them any help. And so, like, you can't run the pack up to them and say, "Hey, wear this pack," or no.
Lean forward, get
Like,
on your
you
knees,
are allowed to take up the additional information to them if
and
you
have them,
have
like,
the
reread
extra
it.
paper and they need to
Oh
reread
my
something, you are
gosh.
able to hand off the clue basically,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you
Well, you
cannot
were gonna
help.
do it anyway, so it would have
Yeah.
been fine.
One more thing about this task that I noticed that was hilarious. Some people were trying to finger tighten the hardware.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
not going to hold up on a
On.
cobblestone road, people. Like the fact that Jazz's cart was falling apart on him and he was trying to find
Oh
all
my
the
gosh.
screws and stuff,
And someone
hilarious to
else's. Who
me.
was it? They felt
Simone, I think hers fell
Simone's, I
apart
think,
maybe.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, "No, girl, use the tools. Tighten that up."
Yeah. So from here, Tucker and Eric, they finished first. They got $2,500 a piece on top of the trip they won last week.
They made
Super
the
excited for
entire
them.
episode look easy,
Easy.
easy. They were just like skipping and, "Oh, let's carry this 40-pound net and let's just do this." And I was like, "Whoa." Like they were very impressive. It was fun to watch them. They didn't struggle at all. They got along, good teamwork. It was fun watching them. Congratulations, boys. That was awesome.
Yeah. And then Kylan and Taylor came in second. Again,
Big jump.
excited for them. They went from ninth to fourth last week, fourth to second this week. I don't think this is the last we've seen of them. I think they just, the nature of the separation and not equalizing things for so long put their team at a disadvantage. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
see kind of how things play out from them. Jazz and Jack got third. Joseph and Adam came in fourth. Natalie and Stephanie right behind them in fifth. And then we saw the girls that really were struggling at this challenge with Chelsea and Jack came in right after them in sixth, Izzy and Paige in seventh, surviving that U-turn. I can't wait to see you girls bring the heat next week. Do not let these boys off the hook.
Yeah.
Pay it back. Christina and Rubina right after them. And then unfortunately our guests last week, Hannah and Simone, they said goodbye to us this week. First off, loved watching these sisters, both Christina
Oh,
and Rubina,
amazing.
and Hannah and
Yes,
Simone,
both
like
sets.
cheer
Yes.
on their sisters. Like they're struggling. These are girls who aren't used to being in the limelight because these are the non-BB versions. And they were having a hard time, but those BB girls, those BB sisters were right there supporting them. I love to see that
Now, I
sisterhood.
don't have a sister, but a lot of times sisters can be very catty and bratty
Yeah.
to each other. And I
Well, I
could,
can't believe you didn't do that.
yeah, like, come
Yeah.
on, why aren't you getting this? Like,
Yeah.
easily could have slipped out of any one of those and been justified. But I'm like, there was none of that. They were like, we're having fun, like, smile, like, you got this. And I was just like, that was like, I'm like, oh, I was like crying last night watching it. It's like
Yeah.
so much fun. Yes.
What an episode.
It was,
I just
that's why I said I think this season's better than our season, honey.
it's hard. It's hard.
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's do some
Okay.
giveaways. Let's talk
Sounds good.
about which team do you think will win the leg? Of course, 48% of you said Tucker and Eric after their win last week. I would have probably guessed the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
maintain that. The equalizer definitely created the possibility it could have been anyone. But yet again, Tucker and Eric literally, I think, ran away with this one. So 24 of you said that. That's 2 pages worth of people here that are entries into this. But let's get to the spin real quick and see who wins. Let's see. Oh, I got to remove this first. Hold on. There we go. And here we go. Let me shuffle it up.
The people, yep.
And spin it. Who's it going to be? Oh, is it? Oh, so close. Lizzie Zekel. Congratulations. You are a winner for who got the most. All right. So now we've got another. This was who got eliminated. So 48% thought it was going to be Jack and Chelsea. That was a little bit surprising me. I don't know if I got any hints last week
I
that
didn't
Jack
think
and
so.
Chelsea would be in the back of the pack. All we had to go on was that there was going to be a U-turn. I don't know if people thought maybe they were going to be a target, of the
Yeah.
U-turn. 28% of you said Christina and Robina. And then it was, 7 people said Hannah and Simone, which was the correct answer. And then Izzy and Paige, 3 of you said that you thought they might be it. They survived. They beasted out the U-turn.
Love it.
Christina
Love it. Love
Robina.
it.
Yeah, that was awesome. So these were the 7 people who got it right. Let me add that screen real quick. Hold on. I think it's this one. Yep. And let me shuffle. And we'll see who wins this one. So people that win the winners, that's a $10 Venmo or gift card from us. This is a $5 one. Catherine, 5.
Nice job.
I think she's from Chat BCC. Congratulations, Catherine. All right. Okay, real quick. Reality TV fan is on, and he's saying, no way this season is better than 37. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Season 37 was epic. It was new stuff.
It was epic. And I did say that. Every
Yeah.
episode was this amazing twist. It's just we didn't have that layer of the relationships and the competitiveness with people we know and like have already these bonds with. Anyways. Okay. Sorry. Go do your.
All right. I left this one in. Our third question every week is who got the episode title. This actually got spoiled. If anybody was watching the previews, we saw Izzy say this. I want to be a little angry right now. So 50% got it right. I'm surprised only 50% got it. I thought this was going to be a landslide. Like 80 or 90%.
People voted before they heard the spoiler.
Yeah. Well, it was at the very end of last week.
Anyways, I thought
it was the preview. No, it was the preview that they showed last week. But anyways, these are the 25 responses that got it right. We of course have multiple entries. So let me share this screen and we'll do this last. This again is $5. If you win, please reach out to us on our Instagrams. We can make sure you get paid. But let's shuffle this up and spin. This is Jen A. Alaska. She's won before. She's been a winner on our giveaway.
Nice job.
Make like episode 2. Anyways.
That's awesome. Okay.
All right. Last thing we need to announce. Go ahead.
Well, before we announce that, I just want to finish by just everybody. This is just a reality.
No, this is life.
This is just fun to watch when people are on Chat BCC or on or wherever, and someone says, "Oh, those 4 girl teams," and they get offended because someone said girl teams. Okay, female teams, and then they're offended that you said female teams, and then you call them women, and
Lori's
they're offended that we call them women. Can everyone just dial down the craziness? Like, I get when there's a time to really fight for something, and calling someone a female or a woman or a girl is not the appropriate time. I'm just using that as a dumb little thing that has come up on some of these different platforms. It's like, fight for something that really, really makes a difference in your whole entire being and life. That is not one of them. Like, let's stop going after people that say something and they accidentally call them female when they meant women. But why is that something to get to ridicule someone over? So, like, everyone, we just are doing this for fun. We enjoy watching the show, like everything. It's just reality TV. Okay. Right. I love you. Like, let's just have more love and more laughter and more harmony within everybody that loves Big Brother, Survivor, Amazing Race, all of that. Okay, so, my spiel is over.
Well, Reality TV Fan brings it up. And again, this is because of the OG nature of my super fandom here. We've always referred to these teams as all female teams or female teams.
Yes.
It's just how we use the term in the context of the Amazing Race.
Yes,
I made a comment last night that I felt the challenge did not favor the females. And I thought that was a poor design. I was like coming to their defense. I got tons of tomatoes thrown at me and got called a 60-year-old because of and I'm not 60, I'm 48. I have gray hair. I might look 60, but because of the fact that I referred to them as females. And if I would get out of my boomer mentality and realize that these women deserve more than to be relegated as female, like, I promise my intention was not bad in any way. It was not meant to be negatively taken, but of course, it It was, but
And that was more
it's
so
fine.
like BB people not knowing the
The
terminology. But
tar
again,
system.
if you say female, female, why can't I say, wait, why do you say it like that? Like, if I think you're saying something rude, why can't I just ask you a simple question and you can clarify? Oh,
Right.
in tar land, the verbiage is da da da. And then no shots fired. Like,
I
it's
did
just
come
these
at the
dumb little
BB
things.
community a little bit by saying I'm surprised the BB fans are upset that alliances are playing into this game when these are BB players who
Yeah.
their social games are
And that's okay.
impeccable,
I like
So
that
I
there's
did
some give
throw
and
the
take and
first.
like, I'm on this person's team and how dare they do that? Like
Yeah.
that stuff is fine. And I don't mind that stuff. It's just sometimes people take the smallest, most insignificant thing and they want to make it this big thing when I'm
Well,
like,
and I think it
put
probably
your
is
put your energy
significant for
somewhere else.
them. It is significant, and I'm not trying to deflect, but I promise it wasn't bad. It wasn't intended to be. But let's talk about who we're going to have on this week. Are you
Yes.
excited?
Very fun. Yes, I'm
I'm
excited.
excited. So we scheduled this more around their availability, not because we knew anything about
They
how
are
the episodes were
popular.
going to
They are
go.
so popular.
They're very busy people. They
They're
just
very
got
busy.
back from
How is
traveling.
anyone busier than me? Like
I know.
I am very busy as a mom of 8 sons on
Yeah.
PTAs and on team moms, and I am all over the place. I'm literally in my car half the day driving and I am so busy, and these boys are busier than I am.
It's boys. We are having Tucker and Eric on our podcast. They're going to be joining us. We're actually going to film it tomorrow morning before
Love
I
them.
go in for my ER shift. So I expect it probably will be up tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening for everybody to watch. But
Yes.
these back-to-back winners, episodes 4 and episodes 5,
Amazing.
we're going to be able to
Amazing.
talk about all the chaos of this leg, why it was easy for them and maybe harder for others. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have lots to dish and
Yeah,
tell us
they'll have a
about.
lots of and as I was talking about them, I called them boys. Now people are gonna be like, "How dare you?" I feel like I'm their mother. I feel like
Everybody's
these are
boys.
cute little
These
boys.
are our boys.
These are like 10 now these are my 10 boys. Like I feel so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say it in a disrespectful way. Of course they're men. They are macho men. They are hardcore. They are freaking amazing on The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
But I know them so well. They're cute boys and I love them like my own sons. And so that's why I'm calling them boys. So don't come at me.
Yeah. Anyways.
As I just said, don't come at me. I'm like saying now they're boys. I'm like,
can't win for trying.
can't please everybody.
I know. But we're excited. We're excited to have them
Yes.
on. We don't have that 5th spot filled quite just yet. We've had another people that had to back out because life happens and we get it. So it might just be the 4 of us. We might get joined by a 5th. We'll see. Maybe it'll be one of you guys. One of the fans from this show might be able to join us.
We do need a fan. Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, we've got a lot of fun planned. I can't wait to break into this episode with a lot more details than our hot takes here, but please tune in, please comment, share our videos with others. We love this fandom that is The Amazing Race. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We can't wait to talk with you guys more. So bye.